Okay, so we're gonna talk about the transfer portal. I am all for NIL. I love that these kids are getting paid. I'm a big advocate of paying them for what they're worth. That is one thing that I've always been a big advocate of. I love the fact that they're all getting paid. Okay, cool, whatever. But the thing that I don't like is that when they feel like they need more money, when you know a couple years ago they wasn't getting hardly anything. Something is better than nothing, right? So when somebody starts bigger, you start throwing these numbers out here, they feel like, oh well, I feel like I'm worth 2 or 3 million, and then they hop in the transfer portal, or they hop in the transfer portal because they're not getting their way. So what are we doing out here, y'all? Everything can't just be a numbers game. I mean, it can be, but if you do a numbers game with everything, that's all you're gonna do is have numbers. You're gonna have a transactional relationship, which is what we're seeing right now. Is turning into topsy turvy because everybody's like not getting their way, and then they're just jumping in the portal and they're doing their own thing. Like, what are we doing? I really don't like the Tanai Latson pickup. I'm just not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of the Olivia Miles pickup. Not a big fan of that. I mean, it was a great decision on her part going to TCU. I can see that working out because it worked for HVL. That coach over there, I'm not going to say his name, but that coach over there, he virtually revived Haley Van Lith. And, shout out to Haley Van Lith, man. HVL, she looked great this year. She did. She looked really good under him, outside of being looking, how she looked under Kim Mulkey. So we also got to look at a lot of things. This transfer portal is going stupid bananas right now, and I get it. Whenever you feel like your star is getting dimmed, man, I don't want to work through it. I just got to get up out of here, and I got to go do something else. I'm not really that mad at these kids for doing that, but at the end of the day, y'all, we got to figure out how to balance that thing out, because what's going to happen is every time they don't get their way, they're going to take their ball and they're going to go home. And they're going to go find another court to play at. And we got to figure out something outside of that, because with the money and the status and the different places that you can play, man, every year, man, it was 1,020 kids already into the transfer portal before Monday at midnight. Y'all process that. That's on the women's side. That's not counting all the other kids that's probably going to hop in there over, during the transitional period. So y'all really got to look at that, man. Like, this is ruining college basketball. This is ruining college football. And for some other sports, probably baseball and track and field is probably impacted also. I mean, it's getting out of control, y'all. It's just getting out of control. Y'all might not like what I'm saying, but look, everything can't be dollars and cents. I know most of y'all are strictly ran on money, which is why that's all y'all have is money. Y'all won't have anything other than that. And that's fine. Get a lot of money and die by yourself. Just what it is. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I know y'all don't like that. Okay.